Alright, let's go. I have my book over here. The sound of frogs and mosquitoes mixes with water sloshing against the muddy shores, all muffled by the ever-present mist that lingers in the aptly named fog fen. As the mist clears, a shadow looms from the glowing swamp vapors. A sprawling ruin of stone and wood squats atop an island in the soggy march. Need to practice my pronunciation. I have a picture for you guys as well for this.
Picture.
The upper floors have largely collapsed, leaving only the stone walls of the ground floor intact. Above these ruins towers an out-of-place monument, a colossal lighthouse whose painted walls and iron-cased crown have resisted the corrosive effect of the surrounding swamp. So you approach that mysterious room, swath of mildew and mold-covered damp surface of this watchtower, appearing as green and black smears on the dull stone walls. The door frames in the walls to the north and south rotted long ago. I'm talking about the watchtower right in front of you.
Yep.
Apparently the text is talking as if you're already in there. Yep. So let's open the door.
By the gods, it smells!
A few collapsed chairs lie on the floor amid small heaps of foul-smelling gray lumps. Thick sheets of dusty cobwebs hangs from above, obscuring any views of the ceiling. So, this is where it begins. What do you guys do as you enter this
Well,
strange?
have we done basic introductions yet with the characters or no?
We're gonna start straight in. We're gonna have a flashback later on for the introduction. This is just like a straight into it start.
Okay.
Like you
I'm assuming.
you guys traveled here together.
All
right. Well, I'll go in first.
Hold on.
My guy says that.
Hold on. I would like to light a torch and hold it in my left hand.
All right. Well, you need to hold it in one hand, and then on your character, it's gonna tell you torch is lit.
Character.
So go in your inventory first.
Let's see if this works.
Move the torch out of your backpack.
Into
equipment. Yeah.
And why won't you let me click you? Yeah, it's...
Click on the torch and drag it to your equipment.
Yeah, it's in the equipment section now. Or was.
Try again.
Oh, it's in. And
it's not in on my side. God damn it.
Come on.
What if I move it? No. Can you press the shirt and click held one?
The shirt's not popping up with a dialogue or anything.
Alright, refresh.
It's just
refresh again. Check.
Silly shenanigans. Oh shit, where'd it go? Inventory. Torch. Yep, it will not let me equip it.
I'm not sure why. I'm able to do it, but I'm GM, also next to the server. Is the
Hi,
torch...
it's so shiny.
Yeah, the torch is lit for now. Let's go. Let's do it like this for now.
Okay.
So you started by opening the torch.
Yep.
What else? Braska. Is it Braska? Just make sure.
Yes.
Braska. Alright, the name 6. Oh yeah. I didn't update the names. Give me a second. Okay, names are in. So Braska, you wanted to walk forward first?
Yeah,
Alright. So
I did.
you step forward. Anybody else wants to follow him?
I'll walk alongside him.
Alright. As you walk in, I'm gonna open my notes over here. You start hearing some imitations of high-pitched pixie voice. Zael and Braska, you can't really understand what they are saying, but they are trying to tell you something. I'm gonna type it in the chat using the language stuff. So you hear those creatures hidden from above in this room, trying to inform you of something, but not many of you can talk it seems to talk that language.
My character kind of like shouts back to the other two that are hanging back, and he speaks up, being like, "Rilla, you understand any of this garbage? Tony?"
Can I hear it?
Yeah, you
I-
should see it in chat.
I didn't
Cool.
hear nothing.
Yeah, they want us to partake in some magic pixie mud on the floor.
That sounds disgusting.
You said partake in pixie mud?
I sure did.
As you don't
Right.
seem to follow the offer of the mysterious creatures, you hear them scream and like shriek in anger as much as those high pitches voice can do. And
The bugs?
and thus they, let's see,
Sounds like nagging children.
begin
what, because,
encounter.
Regular perception, I presume.
Yep. Rilla, are you able to roll your initiative? You can click on your portrait at the top. There you go.
Did I do it?
Yep.
Uh-huh.
If you guys prefer, I also have a big old roll all button that I can use. So for other fights, if you prefer, I can use that. If you want to use different action, you can set it on your character sheet. Which skill do you use to roll initiative with? Obviously, that only makes sense if you say, like, I'm sneaking in the room, then you can use your stealth for initiative. And stuff like that. If you want to break a door to start as you start the combat, it's going to be athletics and similar stuff like that. You can set that on your character by default, but usually it's going to be perception.
Okay.
So think about it before the next fight if you prefer to have it like press the roll all button, or you keep pressing your own
You do
initiative.
that one next time, and then we'll pick after
Yep.
because we
All right.
haven't seen it one.
So let's start. The first one is going to be this one. So you cannot quite get a good glimpse on where they are, because they are hidden in the ceiling. There's like a drop ceiling in the watchtower. This creature is gonna go. You can somewhat hear where it's going. It's going towards the top top left corner, where there seems to be a hole in the ceiling. So you just see something scurrying to the outside. One action, and then the other action is going to be over here and over here. All right, Rilla, what do you do?
Shoot. I don't think I ever cast my armor, so I should do that.
Excuse me?
I said I don't think I ever cast my armor, so I think I should probably do that. And then I will guidance somebody.
Well, if you... Yeah, it's duration until your daily prep. I'm going to say you already added
Sweet.
as you were getting here. So you still have your actions.
Sick, okay. Up so I can see what the hell's going on.
We're still going to use the cast though for it though. There we go.
Still behind.
Alright, so one action to move closer.
I still can't see anything.
They are hidden in the ceiling. You cannot quite get their
Oh, I see.
position yet.
Okay, then I will see.
Against hidden creatures, you can try and use a seek check to get a better vision on them and upgrade their status from hidden from you to like visible and stuff like that.
Sick. And that would be
to change something over here.
another perception check.
Yeah, I'm gonna need you to roll perception if you want to spot where those are.
Okay.
I'm gonna compare that to their stealth. At any time, if there's something you're not quite sure, don't be ashamed to ask, like where stuff is.
It's not allowing me to roll perception because I already rolled initiative.
You're trying to roll initiative again. It should be right above that. Perception right over where it says low light vision. Press the I to make a secret perception check because you're not supposed to see the result.
Oh, I'm not supposed to see the result. I'm looking away.
You're not supposed, but what you do see is creatures you spot. Creatures hidden as a seek action. Just gonna make sure. Just gonna link it to chat so we can see what the text is. So actually, GM is supposed to do it. My bad. Yeah, they are now observed by you. So you should see one now, at least. Yep. And then your allies don't get the same vision as you, so then you can use the point out action. This is this fight is a quick tutorial on stealth and stuff.
I appreciate it. Okay. Is my turn over?
No, you still have one action. Do you want to point
Okay.
out for your allies, or do you want to do something
Yes.
with the midflit?
Would like to point out.
Okay, so you're
Right,
gonna
click
point
on
out
that.
the midflit you can see. So I'm gonna make it observed to everybody. And that will be your turn. Next turn. This one is gonna target one of you. Gonna strike. So he throws a dart at Zael. Just almost like a dart from a tavern, just to damage Zael a bit.
Point.
And after succeeding on his hit, he just wants to throw some more. But that doesn't work. He then tries to move toward the hole in the ceiling where the other one ran away. So you just hear him scurrying through the ceiling.
Assuming we saw where the hole is, though.
Yeah, I'm just gonna... It's in the top left corner, basically.
Sweet.
I will stride.
Alright.
Okay. Is that little guy still on the ground?
It's not on the ground. It's up in the ceiling, so you need to be closer to be able to hit it. But if you want to like throw your fork with this range, that would work.
Yeah.
Fork.
Yes.
Yes.
Fork.
Yep.
So the hole is in the ceiling.
Yep.
If I want to jump up there and I take a running start, is that one action? Or do I need to walk underneath and then jump? Do a standing jump?
Do you want to get in his way, basically?
Yeah, well, kind of like get up to the hole, block the hole.
Yeah. So to do that, I would say stride and then roll athletics. So I raised the volume of the ambient sound because I couldn't hear it at all.
Nice.
14 plus 7, 21. I'm gonna refer to climb for this. Yeah. Alright, so you do manage to climb and squeeze between the midflit and the hole, blocking its way. I'm gonna move it there, move you up 10 feet. And we're just gonna keep it like this for the time.
Roger.
And that's gonna use your actions, though.
Yes, yes.
Zael.
Right. Zael is gonna step up.
So you see
Oh.
Tony running through and blocking the light, the bit of light going through the wall.
I'm going to target my barbarian friend and give him some guidance,
All right,
shouting to him, "Fucking get him!"
it's already
And
applied.
then I'm going to reach out and strike with my bastard sword, which I think is in one hand right now.
Yeah, but it's gonna be a miss.
Yep.
And that's 2 actions.
Question.
Yes.
It says you're now immune to guidance for 1 hour.
Yep.
Are you immune to only guidance from one player or from all players?
All players.
Uh-huh.
It's
All
a-
but one.
Okay. It's fine.
So now it's the time for the other. It's gonna try to follow its friend lead and just throw darts at Zael.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
That's That's gonna be a crit because you couldn't see him properly. But now you do see him.
A dart in the knee.
Oh, there we go. Just try getting used to some modules. Now it's visible. And now that it's visible and people know where it is, it's going to try and run away. So it's going to drop from the ceiling and then run towards the door because the hole has been blocked. So it goes towards the door, open it with its last action, and cannot go further on this turn at least. Braska.
Oh boy. Braska sees them running. He goes after to go and smack him. Alright. Action. Excuse me. And it's gonna smack with the axe.
And that's going to
Bonk.
be a crit. Roll for damage. That's going to be a big old 14 damage. I don't have my sound effect ready. Give me a second. And you're just gonna fucking destroy it. in one hit.
Chop him in half, yeah. On my last action,
Still have one action.
what am I gonna do? Well, I can't really do much, but I can flank.
I wouldn't give the flank there because it's above you, basically.
Oh, is it? Okay. Okay, if he's above me, in that case, I would want to make it even harder for him and get onto the square below him.
All right.
So, like here. If I can move my token there, that's okay.
All right.
Okay.
And that's going to be 3 actions.
Okay.
All right. Second round. So the first mid-flip that was running away earlier, hearing that his ally just got chopped in half, you just hear shuffling from behind here. Not quite sure. You hear some trying to run away, basically trying to climb and stuff. So I need to roll. Acrobatics. Balance. That's gonna work. And that's gonna be its turn. Alright. Rilla, what do you do?
Probably get in there. Okay.
Alright, just making sure you guys this is not Fog of War over here for you. Well, you cannot see currently what is it. It's in it, but you can see that there was a vine over the water. Just making sure I did it correctly with your characters.
Well, it's not loaded right now, but
Is it like fully black?
yeah.
All right.
Yeah, it's fully black on our
Yeah.
screen. Like,
Yeah, my bad.
I can see the bridge and a little tiny trapezoid of water next to it.
All right.
Oh, that's it.
Give me a second. I'll do some wacky stuff.
How do I ping again?
Hold.
I see up to here.
I'm gonna bring characters back and then
Yeah, just move them back. Sure.
back there.
There you go. It's loaded up to here now.
Yeah, now you see that there's water going that way and there's a vine. Alright, Rilla. Sorry, I interrupted your turn.
Were these guys at that
Oh,
position?
wait.
I thought the guy was next to me. The mid flip.
There you go.
Nits.
Yes.
I should not be able to
Yeah, you shouldn't.
push this stuff. It's someone else's.
You had her selected somehow. Gotta make sure it does at least still tell your name, so. There we go. That should block it. So, Mia?
Okay. Who already has who's already had guidance?
Braska.
Barbarian.
Me.
The guy under the midflit.
Okay.
Ooh, the fancy guidance.
Yeah, fancy guidance. Who are you targeting for that?
I don't know how to do that.
Okay,
I
so
just
to
look at-
target people and enemies, you hover over them and then press T. And then it should show up like triangles in the corners. Are you able to do that?
So guidance.
Because then for guidance, like when you're going to cast it next time, if you have a target, it's going to apply it directly. But if it doesn't apply, you can drag the spell effect guidance to the target that you meant.
But in the text log, it'll pop up with
Well, it's
the
already
thing.
the guidance is already in chat.
Yeah.
So now she just needs to drag the spell effect guidance to her target.
Yeah.
But that's from my quick bar, right?
No, from the chat.
The chat. Okay. Perfect.
Are you using a laptop with only a trackpad? Or do you have a mouse?
Yeah, I have my mouse.
Okay, just making
I have
sure.
Bluetooth.
Because there's a lot I can do, but I would like you guys to be able to do a bit of it as
Yeah.
well.
Did it work?
I don't see it on anybody.
So the spell effect guidance from the bottom of the chat screen, right?
Yeah, grab that.
Yep.
Well, you hold that and then you bring it to your target.
Okay. I don't see him on my screen except for at the top. Can I do it there?
What are you trying to do?
Yeah, who are you trying to target?
So I'm pretty sure Zael's right next to me, right? Yeah.
Yeah, you just drag it
Braska.
to my.
I was going to give you the regular one because you don't have immunity yet.
You're giving it to Braska or to Zael?
Braska?
He already has it.
I have it already.
Okay.
Give it to
So nobody
Zael or
else
give
is
it to
immune then?
Tony?
Okay. Okay, so we'll do. Nobody else is immune yet, though?
No,
Correct.
you can
Yeah.
drag it to anybody else. The spell effect guidance highlighted thing. There we go.
Oh, I am so shiny now.
There you are.
All right. Do you do it twice? Just making sure, or?
Yes.
Okay. All right. So that's going to be your 3 actions. Try and target something. Well, it's not your turn. Like hold. Move your mouse over someone and press T. Because that's going to automatically do a lot of things if you target correctly.
Okay. Would you consider the mid-flit to be flat-footed, flanked between me and Baya right now? Or?
Well, not really, because it's not your turn. It's currently the
Braska.
turn of the mid-flit.
Oh,
The mid-flit
yeah.
is going to try and panic after seeing that you're blocking its way. It's gonna try and strike you. To strike you away from its escape path. Using its sword. It's gonna hit. But seeing that you're not falling down yet, it's gonna try again. Missing, and it's gonna try and run away. So it's gonna try and drop down further on to run like its friend tried to do. Alright, now it's your turn. Also, I forgot to start combat music. That's what I forgot.
It's fair.
Oh. Okay,
Yep.
that works. Is he still there?
Yeah, he's right here.
Okay, I did not expect that, but that's convenient. So I'm gonna strike him with double slice.
Did you try to? I didn't. I missed what you tried to do. So.
That was one stride for 25 feet.
All right, so I'm gonna
And
drop you
now-
down to the floor as well,
Sure.
and then you're gonna attack it. Make sure to activate guidance on one of your roll. Gonna be in the menu that shows up.
Yep. Everything looks good here.
Perfect. Yep. Oops. You roll for damage, not me. And you get your sneak attack in as well, because it
Boom.
was flanked, and you kill it.
Yeah.
Alright, you still have one action.
Let me turn around and just perception around here. See if I see any enemy.
You try and look that way. You can roll for a perception. If you... Oh, my bad. I need to roll your... I'm gonna say for perception check, do roll a secret check. It's gonna be easier than me opening up your sheet. But you do not spot anything special in
okay.
that.
I needed to click on that thing before rolling. Okay. Wait, it's not doing anything. How do I toggle secret or not?
You see there's the dice, and next to the
Yes.
dice there's the eye.
Yes.
If you click on the eye, it should be secret.
Okay, well, it doesn't do anything when I click on the eye. It like gets bigger when I mouse over, and then I click it, and nothing happens.
Nothing happens. Alright, might be something to check. You can set your roll to blind in the bottom right
Yeah.
corner.
Okay. Also, my roll is not coming up anymore. Maybe because my turn is over. Oh, it was hidden behind. Maybe. Blind gem roll, self roll, private gem roll.
It's gonna be a blind one. But you
Okay.
you already did it and didn't spot
Yeah,
anything.
yeah. I'm just testing, but that seems to work. Okay, good.
Alright.
All right. So, did I see anything?
Nope, you don't spot anything. You
Okay.
don't spot any creature in that direction.
Yep.
Zael, what do you do?
All right. So, two creatures dead. The other one went up into the.
Yeah, you heard him run towards the hole, slightly blocking the light, and then you heard him run across the way to get all the way to this side.
Is the hole small enough for me? Or no?
It's pretty small. It's a small hole. A halfling like Tony or Birilla could
Right.
fit in there, but as a medium, you're gonna want to squeeze through. It's really for small creatures.
All right.
But
I'm
also
gonna
it's
do something.
also it's like 10 foot in the air, so you're gonna want to climb if you want to get there.
All right. I'm gonna climb.
All right, roll athletics.
Yeah. 2 seconds.
Actually,
Skills.
go into basic action macro and press climb.
5. roll. Launch.
You don't climb.
Okay. Never mind. Then I step away.
All right, that's gonna be 3 actions.
Yep.
Braska, what do you do?
Let's take a look. Well, after seeing Zael like fail getting in there, there's no way that I'm gonna get in there. So
Yeah, you're even bigger than him.
yeah, that's not happening. So let me take a look real quick.
Like as you came in towards the watchtower, you did see that there was like some water to the left side, right side, while the left side were more of cliff going towards the rest of the swamp.
Okay.
So there's a bridge in front of you, and there's the path back to the south.
It says I'm next up, but that is not my turn.
It might have gone. Yeah, it went to a dead target. My bad.
First thing I'm gonna do is I'm going to move 25 feet towards the bridge.
All right.
You'll have to excuse me. I have to move a little bit. And this
25.
is 25. So that's one.
Yep. So you walk to on top of the decrepit bridge. It's creaking under you. The chains holding it are creaking a lot, but it's holding. It's really on top of a drop, like maybe 10 foot into the water, going towards the big 2 doors. But you do see a bit more around yourself now.
Okay. Is my character able to see any movement in the distance? What is within his vision?
You don't see anything. You know, I should have you roll perception for that, but I'm not gonna. You can
like just basic vision, like ripples in the water, like even just directly observable. Nothing. Well, if my guy doesn't see it, then he's not gonna give chase.
Actually, raise this 10 feet. There you
go. I think Braska is able to put 2 and 2 together. That's
like what
if an enemy is. Yeah.
What you do see is the vine going, starting from somewhere you cannot see towards like another part of the ruins.
Yeah.
There's a window that's broken in.
I think Braska would be able to put 2 and 2 together. Based on what he had observed before, that with this vine, that obviously a vine has to be connected from one point to another, like a regular rope.
Yes.
You know what? I'm gonna do the more fun, silly thing. I think Braska wants to go ahead and is the water deep? Actually, is it deep or not really?
The water around where you are seems to be like a few foot deep, like maybe 2 or 3 foot. Roughly.
Okay,
it's swamp water, so it's like murky water. You're not quite sure, but it doesn't seem that deep. As opposed to further on in the swamp.
Okay.
Like all the way. Actually, I'm gonna practice something. All the way over here, this is deep water, but as long as you stay like near the cliffs and stuff, this is more shallow water.
Perfect. I want Braska to take the dive and go towards like further in, like in this direction.
All right.
Just to see, like, can he actually see something from the distance at all?
All right. So to drop down, since it's high enough, I would say it's going to take an action to drop down there.
Oh, okay.
If you want to drop in the water, it's not. You want to drop and then move?
Yeah.
I'm gonna say it's gonna take you 15 feet of your movement to drop. So you still have 10 foot left once down.
Okay, so now I have 10 feet as part of that action.
Yep.
Okay, well then do exactly that.
So you jump in the water, and as
so, oh yeah,
you hear a creature going out of the water, like some sort of big frog.
Yeah. Okay.
gets out of the water to greet you in its home, basically. I'm gonna send it to everybody, even though it should be only on Braska, but
Okay.
but that pretty much is that 3 actions for you? I think that's 2 actions.
That's 2. That's 2 actions. On my last action. Oh man. Well, this looks a little dangerous. So probably I should probably rage, right? Damn, guys, what should I do? What did I do?
I'm gonna
Don't be a
rage.
bitch. Fucking hit him. Fucking hit him.
Yeah.
I'm too far to hit him. I have to like run towards him, but I think he's literally the distance that I cannot hit him.
Well, you'll be able another turn.
Yeah,
Or
exactly.
intimidate him.
That's true. That's
That
true.
too,
Yeah, I
yeah.
could try to.
You jumped into his home.
Yeah, that's true. Yes. I will attempt to intimidate.
You also see the midflit on top of the vine, like trying to balance its way to get to the other side.
Can I? Here's a question for you. Can I attempt to try to scare the midflate into falling, like startle it and somehow?
Well, if you crit on demoralize, I guess.
Throw your great axe.
Throw a no.
That would be an improvised weapon.
No, I'm gonna try to demoralize then. And I can use the glare. So let's try that on the midflit.
All right. That's just gonna be a success. Oh, it was already there. There we go. All right, so you do demoralize the midflip, scaring it, but it keeps it hold on the vine as trying to traverse.
Down here.
All right. Next, it's gonna be the slurk, the big frog. It's gonna see that something has fell into its swamp, and it's gonna want to go and see what it is. Let's see if there's anything special. Nope. So I'm just gonna flop through the water. Actually, is that gonna check movement 15? Yeah, the water is gonna be difficult terrain if you want to move through it.
Okay.
So it's gonna move next to you and just gonna strike you with its tusks. It's gonna miss.
Right.
As it does so, the midflet, although scared by you, does point it towards, like it points at you and screams. Like, you don't really understand what it says, but Rilla can hear it and understand. And what it's gonna try to do, it's return you the demoralize and demoralize you back. Now, is it gonna work? Oh wait, actually I need to check something first because it's midflits.
You will never live this down if you get demoralized by a midflit.
Yeah.
Dude, I'm gonna hate this shit, dude.
Yeah, also they have like -4 on the saves against demoralize when you did it on you, so
Oh my god.
you had a high chance to do it. It tries to demoralize you, but you don't even understand what it's trying to say. And then it's gonna try and balance its way through the...
What's that about a cookie?
On the vine, it succeeds without issue, so it's gonna move. Wait, what? Give me a second, the distance doesn't make sense. Speed 20, yeah. Alright, it's gonna walk balance its way all the way over there. Rilla, so you hear a lot of noise on the outside. You saw your ally barbarian just jumping in water
Yeah.
and screaming at stuff. The midflip screaming back.
Screaming back. Okay. So it's blood stain.
Yeah, the bloodstains are where the midflips basically exploded from your allies. I'm gonna show the corpse back. So you run ahead, get on the bridge. You do see Braska fighting a big old tusked frog. What would you like to do now? One action surge strike. It's on you. All right. What of your last actions?
Left, right, don't I?
Excuse me? You're really quiet.
I'm sorry. I have 2 left, don't I?
You have one action left. You moved and then you
You
used
moved.
surge strike. So you still have one action.
Or did that? Accidentally default the sure strike to myself.
Well, sure strike is a self buff as far as I know. Did you mean to use sure strike or not? Since we're just starting, I can be lenient if you didn't mean to use sure strike yet.
Kill. Spell, which allows me to do it anyway. But it's okay.
Mia, you're very quiet.
Yeah, it's hard to understand what you're saying.
Know how to fix that. I will just yell at everybody. Okay.
Well, no.
Do you still have guidance, Braska?
Uh,
It's gone now.
He only has guidance immunity now. Oops.
Okay.
For an hour.
yeah, for a whole hour, I'm immune to guidance.
Yeah, is that? It's the amped guidance. That's why I'm not sure.
It still has the guidance immunity effect.
Yeah, either
Mhm.
way.
I think it's
Should...
applicable.
Yeah, amped guidance doesn't cause a creature to become temporarily immune to guidance.
Oh, okay.
And it can be targeted by amp guidance, even if it's temporarily immune to guidance. So yeah, you can still get guidance. I'm gonna drag it for now.
Sweet.
Alright, that's gonna be your 3 actions.
Awesome.
Did you do it?
Yeah, I
It's
dragged
fine.
it to it.
Braska.
It's also a reaction.
What do you mean?
You can project a flash of insight to your ally in the nick
Oh,
of time. Creature can be targeted by imp guidance, even if it is. You
Oh,
can
yeah.
cast
Yes,
imp
you
guidance
would.
spell
True.
also as a reaction triggered when your ally fails or critically fails an attack roll. Yeah.
Yeah.
And the bonus would change the failure to a success. Okay,
Yep.
cool.
That's a cool effect, but it doesn't apply on this turn.
Can I
Tony,
do
you
this
go.
as a diagonal?
Yeah, you go straight into the water.
Yeah.
Right. So
So it's 10 feet.
you jump
5
past
feet.
Rilla. It's gonna be at 10 feet to drop down, and then
That was a 5, so 15. I would love to get
5-15. And then it's difficult terrain, so here you're at the end of one turn. One stride. You're gonna need another stride if you want to go further.
Well, that's convenient. Okay. Well then 1 and 2, and that should be it, right? If it's difficult movement.
Yeah,
Don't
it's
I
difficult
have?
terrain, so
Can't I do an athleticism check to ignore difficult terrain or something?
not that I recall. Maybe,
Okay.
but not at this time.
So that's 2.
Yeah,
And
that's
I'll
gonna
have
be your
to
2.
do for now. So I'll do an attack. I don't. Twin Fate is a
It's 2 actions, so you cannot do it right
2
now.
action. Yeah. So I'll just punch him with the fork.
Yeah, make sure to target it. Alright. Well, you can still use your pen since it's not your second action, so there's no advantage for using your agile weapon.
Yeah. I think. Well, it's the same damage anyway. I think fork has +1 precision damage.
Uh,
I'll double check later.
Backstabber is only when you
Okay, when I'm sneaking,
flank.
sure.
When
Or
it's off
flanking.
guard. Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm rolling. Doesn't particularly matter anyway.
Yeah, because you missed.
Yeah, sure.
Alright. Zael.
Right. Zael, seeing all of his friends leave him.
Yep.
Moving 25 feet.
Yeah, to make waypoints while you're walking, you're gonna want to press space.
Yeah.
So you drag, press space, and then you continue dragging.
Um,
The door is closed.
oh,
by
the
the way.
door's closed. That's why.
Yeah.
All right, then that's going to be 2 movements to get out there.
Alright.
Hey.
As you step into the bridge while Rilla is already on it, the bridge was creaking and cracking as the other people were walking on it. But as you step on it at the same time as Rilla, it is a bit too much, and the bridge collapses.
All right.
Zael, since you're in the middle, you cannot do the grab an edge. But Rilla, since you're on the edge, if you want, you can use your reactions to grab an edge and avoid falling in as well. So if you can press the check I sent into chat, if you want to use your reaction. And that's a critical success. So you just use your reaction to not fall into the water with Zael as he runs past you and breaks the bridge.
Uh,
All right.
Guys, I took trap finding as my special feat.
Look on the bright side. At least you're down here now.
Yeah, now you're down there with the others.
Yep. Do I fall prone from that, or
Let's see.
is that the end of my turn?
10 feet is not enough, I think.
Yeah, I'm gonna make you fall prone in the water
Perfect.
as a penalty of breaking the bridge.
All right.
And
And then for my third action, I would like to stand up.
So you're gonna use the stand action.
Stand. And is
Yeah, I'm not sure if it's actually automated.
all right.
So I'm just gonna hurry up.
Yeah.
So you fall into the it actually tells me it's 4 foot deep water. Just splash in the water after the bridge collapse, and then you just stand back up. The water just going all the way to your chest.
Yep.
All right. Oh, that's your 3 actions.
All right.
Braska.
First thing that Braska wants to do as a free action is changing his grip to one hand.
All right, that's a free action.
The first action he wants to draw a javelin.
All right. You draw a
Second
javelin.
action he wants to do is he wants to target the mid-flit to try and hit him with the javelin to make him fall.
All right.
Let's do a public roll. I missed! No!
Yeah, that's a
God,
miss.
no!
Don't
Can
forget
I-
you
can I-
have
maybe-
hero points and stuff.
Yeah, I'm gonna re-roll using hero point. Let's do this.
Also, we're using the house rule that if you roll under 10 with a hero point, you get +10 to your roll. So hero points are better.
And don't forget
Yep,
your
like
guidance.
this. All right, so you hit, and he forgot his guidance, but it hits.
Can do roll
It
for
was a miss
damage.
before. And you damaged the mid-flit.
Perfect.
Oh, there we go.
Which should make him fall, I think. At least that's the intent.
Would he fall from the balance?
Maybe do a check against reflex.
I don't think he would fall from the spear. I'm gonna
this-
give him a penalty to his next balance check.
Okay. And then on my last action... let's see. I'll have to change my grip again because I can't attack with one hand on this great axe.
That's correct.
So I will change grip to 2 hands.
All right, that's your 3 actions.
That's it.
All right, the Slurk. He just looks at you trying to attack the like throwing stuff above him and just strikes you back. Even though you didn't attack it, it doesn't work. On the first
I'm
hit,
in front of it, so...
it's gonna try again. That's still gonna be a miss. And then, is there anything special I could do? No, it's just gonna try again.
It's a monster. It's not very clever.
Yeah, I don't have much options with it. Alright. Meanwhile, the mid-flit, after getting hit by the spear, tries to retaliate by throwing darts at you. It doesn't work. It then tries to balance some more, get to the other side. Then I'm gonna give it a penalty because of the hit. Roll balance. It tries to balance, and that's gonna be a failure, not a crit failure. So it tries to move forward, but doesn't really manage to do so. It's gonna try again, and that's gonna be its turn. Yeah, it does manage to move a bit more.
Even with its penalty?
Yeah, it rolled high.
Wow. Wow.
It rolled low on the first one, but high on the second one. Alright. Rilla,
Okay.
are you able to stop that creature from running away?
Well, I don't see a creature.
Yeah, you're gonna need to probably go in the water or go back.
Or would it be easier for me to drop down? I don't know what the drop is like.
It's a 10-foot drop into 4 feet water, so you don't take damage, but it takes. It's gonna take 10 foot extra movement
Oh,
to
it's
get
a
there.
water ledge. Dang. Okay. Alright, I will drop then.
Alright, so that's gonna use 15 foot of your whole movement. Are you able to move there yourself? I'm not sure if there's a. There shouldn't be a wall. You should be able to.
Mhm.
So if you drop into the water, it's gonna be a strike for 15 foot for the first square, and then it's gonna be difficult terrain for the rest, so it's gonna be 10 foot per square.
Okay. This turn?
Yep. Yeah, that's possible.
movement on
Tony
not
did
in
it
the water?
earlier. Alright, 15 foot. You still have 10 foot if you want, so you can move one more square in the same action. You do see the midflit all the way over there.
There. Okay.
I'm gonna assume you didn't mean to cast Detect Magic. 30 feet. You're gonna do that on the slurk. Because you cannot reach the midflit with that.
Target.
Yeah, hover on the creature and press T. And when you see triangles in the corners, that's when you have the target selected. Like T like tango. There we go. Now you have it. Damn, that's another crit
Okay.
in a row. Roll for damage. It's gonna be double damage. So in the chat, you can see your roll damage button.
There's a crit.
Yeah, there's a crit button too.
Not for this because it's a spell.
Hmm.
Spell is just double damage. It's slightly different. Alright, this is gonna be 8 damage normally, but since you crit, it's gonna be 16 damage. Just injuring the slurk quite a bit. That's gonna be 3 actions. Tony.
I'm gonna scoot over.
Yeah, despite the depth of the water as in halfling, because you're like 3 foot tall, and the water is 4 feet deep.
Well, you know,
you stick to the cliffs.
yeah, I'll do a little hoppity.
Yeah, you parkour your way to the other side of the slurk, flank
Yeah, and then I'm gonna double slice the shit out of him.
with your double slice. So then roll your 2 weapons. At maximum, that's a miss.
Let me
Right click, reroll with a hero point.
Can I do Huffling luck on that? Skill check? No, it's skill check.
Yeah, it's not skill.
I won't pop a hero point for that. I'll just slap with the fork.
Well, roll your fork at full, and that's gonna be hit. Roll for damage. Don't forget your
That's
sneak.
included by default. Everything's good.
Well, you rolled minimum damage, but it's still 7 damage. So the slurk.
I think I'm gonna be the only one to take care of that midflit.
starts bleeding some more, but it's still holding on. Zael, as you recover from falling down the bridge and getting back up, I would say the torch has shut down as well, because you couldn't keep it out of the water.
All right. And I will move.
All right. It's
2
difficult terrain,
moves.
so 10 feet per square.
Yep.
So yeah, only 2 squares.
Yep.
You do see the
And
midfoot.
I do see the midfoot.
You barely
I'm
see
gonna
it.
target.
Like
I'm gonna
35
see
feet
it.
away from you. Fire rate 60 feet. That reaches. And that's a crit.
Oh, let's
I-
go! A crit!
I annihilate that.
Yeah. Roll for damage.
There's no button.
And that's gonna... Actually, I was about to not double damage it. And that's gonna
Hey.
finish the midflit. So the midflit just gets blasted into the wall,
With-
burning up. And then falls into the water with a loud splash. That's gonna be 3 actions. Braska?
All right, let's do this. All right. I'm going to attack with my axe.
Why did it not type
Yes.
in Empyrean?
Well, whatever. I will just simply try again. Well, that's a
also
load of
mistake.
bollocks. I'm gonna try again because it's a load of bollocks that I keep making.
That's
How is
also a
this
mistake.
agile? What the hell?
Well, you're rolling 3 attacks. All right,
Dude, I had some bad rolls there.
The slurk is gonna use its... It's gonna flop around and throw grease all over the space to prepare and to run away. So it's gonna drop 5-foot emanation. Where it is.
Good thing I cast Fire Ray last round.
Yeah, it's belly grease, not quite flaming grease. And it's gonna turn the effect area into uneven ground, so it's even worse. You need to balance to not fuck up. But it's gonna take 3 actions to do that. Rilla? I said Rilla. There you go. I need to remember to remove participants. Rilla? Do try to prepare your turn before your turn.
Is she AFK?
If you're saying anything, we can't hear you.
Yeah. I see the mouse flying around, but
Yeah.
Okay.
there you go.
Oh, we hear you now.
Yes.
Hello? Yes. Throw a phase bolt
How do I?
at the slurk.
Yes.
Proceed.
One more time here. We couldn't hear you.
Better.
Not really.
We did hear the better, but
It was
marginally
quite-
Is that
better.
voice?
There you go.
Oh,
Now
that
we
was
can hear you.
better.
Okay. How do I get my sure strike? A.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna give you your Sure Strike cast back from the other time.
Okay.
Because you didn't mean to.
Sweet. Okay, then I will just phase bolt then.
Roll to attack.
Targeted. Okay.
Bolt to the phase.
Press the attack button in chat. That's a miss. You still have one action.
I'm just going to pull. I don't know where my other there. The mace. Oh, do I already have that? Oh, there we go.
You might have too many things in your hands right now. Yeah, you have a sickle, a dagger, and a light mace at the same time. You're gonna swap your sickle with your dagger?
Can I do that? I guess
Yep.
I can just sheathe and then I can.
Yeah, interact is a new thing in Remaster, so you can swap stuff.
Sweet. Okay.
Well, it has been upgraded, so you can swap a held item for another. But that's gonna be 3 actions. Tony?
Stabby, stabby.
After it threw grease all over. Actually, I need to check if you need to roll for balance first.
Yeah, I don't know if I'm not moving. It didn't say anything
Yeah,
about that.
it's because it's uneven ground. I need to check the rule. Give me a second.
Oh, okay. If I'm just standing on uneven ground.
Yeah.
Sure.
Damn it. I wanted to use the GM screen, but I don't see it quite yet. Uneven ground. Yeah, you do need to roll.
Rudge.
So roll this. You succeed. Okay, so go ahead with your attacks. That's gonna hit. You rolled the other one too. Okay, only damage from the pan. It's gonna hurt it, bonk it some more, but it's not
So
enough.
on my screen, the D4 is hidden, but the D6 is not hidden. That's kind of weird.
Just put your rolls back to public if you don't need to hide them.
Okay. And I will fork it for my last attack.
Roll a strike.
Because I didn't move. That'll be at -4.
-8. Yeah, because you're
No, because the double slice doesn't count.
it
But does it advance still?
This counts as 2 attacks when calculating your multiple attack penalty. That's the last sentence of the double slice.
Okay, so it ignores it for rolling, but it still counts as 2. Sure,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah, it's good because your second attack is as full accuracy, but it still counts as 2. So, yeah, at -8 with your fork. But that's gonna hit.
Nice.
It's still half guard, so don't forget your sneak.
Yep.
Big old
Damn.
9 damage. That's gonna finish it. And
Nice.
you guys did it.
It does a pretty good job at being already checked when I click damage, so
Yeah, I'm just making sure because I'm not used to playing
I'm
rogue,
double
so.
checking, but it seems pretty good.
Alright, and that's gonna be it for the fight. So if someone wants to go and press the victory music button in Discord while I give you guys XP.
Victory button in Discord.
Yeah, the soundboard. this. But also, there you go.
Thank you for your service.
So this was not an error that you got 60 XP twice. It's because you did 2 fights in one.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, the slurk was a different encounter, but you managed to do it. I guess. Tangles of reed grows in thick clusters around the edge of this muddy pond. The water appears murky with algae. Algae, yeah, words. And the half-decayed body of a 3-foot tall, scaly humanoid lied on the pool northern bank, half buried in mud and leaves, like roughly next to Tony.
Okay.
So the
I feel
bridge broke behind you, but otherwise it seems to have quieted down now that you finished those. So what would you guys want to do?
I would
I
like
would
to
like-
go back into the hole over there and just make sure everything's chill.
All right. So now that we finished the combat, we're gonna work we're gonna work on the aftermath. So you're gonna have to choose what you do in the following 10 minutes time increment, basically. So
Individually or party
yeah,
wise?
individually. If you open the sheet, the party sheet, I'm gonna make it open for everybody. Does everybody see the party sheet?
Yep.
All right.
Yep.
And everybody sees the aftermath tab.
Yep.
Yep.
All right, making sure. So now that you finish the fight, I'm gonna ask you guys what you want to do in the following 10 minutes. So, which action do you want to do? You want to loot the area? Do you want to treat wounds? Do you want to repair? That's all those exploration action plus like loot and search around. That's gonna be the other type of exploration action. So this time, Tony is gonna try and look around. He's gonna try and search, if I recall correctly, is the exploration action. Yep. So that's gonna be Tony's 10-minute action. So you can set that on your character, as I did right there. What about the other people? Braska, Rilla, Zael?
I would like to reclaim my javelin because I threw the javelin. So
I'm gonna
reclaim it and then see if there's anything to loot or bring with me that is useful.
Alright, so you're gonna search in that area.
Yeah.
What about you, Zael?
Do I just slide a macro from hotbar to the activity slots?
Yes.
Or
Not from the odd bar. You need to actually use the action thing. In your character sheet, there's in the action tab, there's the encounter section, and then there's the exploration action that you can
Gotcha.
fill up with actions that you want using like the browse thing next to it, or for stuff like looting, we're gonna have to create an action, but that's gonna take a second.
Okay. Then ability items cannot be added to this actor. Is the
What did you try to do?
treat wounds for self.
Treat wounds. All right. Give me a second. All right. It's in your actions now, and then treat wounds. Pretty sure you can use that as a. That's a basic action macro.
All right. Then I will just. Oh, right.
Where is it?
Got it. Target self. There.
Yeah. All right. So that's going to be your 10-minute activity. What about you, Rilla?
I was trying to create a refocus action. And
You're going to
the action
refocus.
moved down.
All right. I'm going to
Yes.
I'm going to add it for you, but we're going to check why next time. So now it's on your character, so then I'm going to drag it to there. All right.
Because I'm a shitty medic.
All right, we're going to advance time by 10 minutes. Braska and Tony, you're gonna roll perceptions. Give me a second. I'm gonna send you.
Do I click the run button as well?
No, that's. I'm not quite sure, right? What run is for. We'll figure it out. But for what you want to do, I need you. Actually, that was the one for Tony. My bad. Give me a second.
Yeah, I didn't mind blind. Baya.
Gosh.
Yeah, boy. I'm gonna remove that one. And then. Actually, give me a second. I have too much stuff open. There you go. That's the one for Braska.
Okay. Do I make it a blind GM roll or private?
That should be a blind one. All right. Braska, you look around, you check whatever's around you, and you spot. You are aware of the vine on top of you. It was the escape path of the mid flip, but then you go look at the dead kobold that was next to you, that's half buried in the bank. It's not actually like, despite the slurk like protecting there, it wasn't eaten by the slurk. Like it was kept there, and then nothing. It didn't have, like, it still has stuff in on it. So nothing really went to it to loot it or eat it. But what you do find on it is a spike snare in a small little backpack that I'm gonna drop in your inventory.
Thank you.
Oops, I'm not gonna drop it twice though. And then you do find 4 gold pieces.
Oh, cool.
Ignore that.
Meanwhile, Tony, you go back to the other room. I'm gonna move you further in because doors. And you do find, and you do try and look around, try to find something that you missed. You don't really recognize. All right, let's restart that sentence. You do know about the hole in the corner. You have trouble seeing it, but you recall that it was there. You would need to try again to go check more. But as you look at the room, you do find a peridot bead near the little gray piles of mysterious deposit, along with a chipped mid-flip tooth, as if the mid-flip thought it was some sort of candy. It is worth 2 gold.
Yeah, I'll take.
In your inventory.
I'll yoink that for sure.
All right. So back in this. Rilla and Zael, I'm gonna give you a free movement before the next aftermath thing. So if you want to get out of the water,
Yep.
you can do
I
so.
will. Maybe.
Oh, my bad. Game was paused.
There.
All right.
Yep.
Rilla, do you want to move as well, or do you stay in the water?
Difficult terrain, isn't it? I could do 15.
Well, just go where you want, basically. It's harder combat, so you have plenty of time. It's just so if you don't want to be in the water while you're refocusing.
Yeah, I don't.
So do you want to go back into the rooms? The room from the watch. Let's see. I have some description for this. Yeah, from the primary entrance, some sort of outbuilding. You want to go back in there? Yeah, it's gonna hit you on the wall there. You need to this and this. There you go.
Can you explain to me what you just did? What?
Yeah, you need to move because this is a wall. So you cannot move through the wall, so you need to move around the wall, basically. Anyway, second, so before do you guys want to take another 10 minutes to do some more actions before continue on?
I would like to, yes.
All right.
Then yeah.
All right. So let's take another 10 minutes. What do you each want to do? You can assign it in the aftermath sheet. But of course, for like stuff like searching and stuff, you do need to tell me what you want to search.
I'm no.
I just want to go up in the hole, basically. So maybe I climb, maybe I jump, and
Alright.
then once I get there, maybe I squeeze. That can't be a very big hole.
Well, you do climb on top of the hole. I cannot put you on top of the wall here, so I'm gonna put you over there. You take like the 10 minutes there to climb up there. You do have a better view of the rune of the Gauntlight with the lighthouse like all the way in the back. But it's mostly a stone structure with all of the wood. The wood around it has collapsed, but you cannot really see much from where you are, as the rest of the Gauntlight is. The Gauntlight Ruins is slightly... It's built higher than where you are, so it's... you do see the windows, but you cannot see, like, what's on the other side.
Can I retrace the path the goblins took?
Yeah, the Misfit, basically, they went on top of the roof here, and then they went all the way east to drop here and then take the vine.
I don't think this takes more than 10 minutes. I want to try going on the vine too and reach a window.
Alright, I'm gonna need you to roll balance. In the basic action macro, there's a balance check.
Yeah.
Oh no.
All right, you do try to get on the vine.
Was that just a failure or a crit failure? Just a failure. Okay.
So you do try to get on the vine. It's really made it. Basically, it's strong enough for the Mythlets, which are like very basically the gremlins of Pathfinder, some small 2 feet tall creature, but as a halfling with all of your gear, as you try to balance on the vine, it breaks and doesn't let you go all the way to the other side. So as it wasn't a critical failure, I'm not gonna make you prone for this, but that's gonna be the end of the vine there, the secret path, the special path that the Mythlets were using.
Is this place here climbable?
Um.
Now that the vine has dropped.
Well,
yeah,
I mean, the vine is hanging from there. It's kind of like a rope.
Exactly.
Yeah, you could try and go climb from that. Yeah.
Okay. Is that still in my 10 minutes or?
Yeah, that's gonna be in the next 10 minutes. So I'm gonna move you closer there, but it's gonna be further on if other people wants to do stuff first. All right. Speaking of other people.
Would anyone be opposed to me trying to explore if there's anything else in this swamp?
Shout if you find something.
Okay.
Right.
In that case, I would like to venture. How do I?
So you
How did I do that fancy ping again?
You need to hold, but you cannot do the move camera one because you're
Oh,
not
yeah,
a
yeah.
GM.
Okay. Well,
You need to go
I-
all the way there.
in this direction. Yeah, I'd like to observe what is over there, and then take a look around,
All right. Well,
just to see if there's anything.
you do. As you move towards there, you do see that the Gauntlight continues. There's like some sort of side building for the from the Gauntlight that's on this side of the rivers where Tony is. Like that's a river going through under it,
Okay.
and then from where you are, you can see where when it goes back into a 10-foot cliff into the more deeper water of the rest of the swamp. The Gauntlight Ruins are basically on some sort of outcropping in the corner that's risen from the rest of the swamp. So that's how the Gauntlight has stayed not sinking in the swamp, basically.
Okay. Yeah. But this over here, from your description, was a side building, basically.
Yeah, it's like some
Yeah.
sort of side building.
Okay. Yeah.
Forward there, you won't see much.
Oh yeah. I see it. Yeah. Cool.
So you do see what you see, what you saw.
Cool. Okay. But there was nothing else standing out. That was it.
Yeah, you did see there's a hole inside of the side of the building, but it's on the other side of the drop down for the river, so it's gonna take a bit of effort going there. But if everybody wants to, you can go there.
Okay.
So I'm gonna bring you closer back.
Thank you.
Rilla and Zael, what do you want to do in this 10 minutes?
Refocus.
Refocus.
Yeah.
So you're gonna
It's not letting
refocus.
me apply the thingy.
I gave you back your focus. What about you, Rilla? Do you want to refocus as well to get your other focus pull? Yep.
We can't hear you if you're talking.
Right. Zael, you're not supposed to be talking in Sagrot. You don't have that language.
Is that what popped up?
Yeah.
Because on my screen it says I'm typing in Empyrean.
Points.
Oh, heard voice from you,
Yep.
but only a sound.
Only what?
Did I use both of my focus points?
Yeah, you did.
Okay, then yes, I would like to refocus for the second.
All right.
Thank you.
Let's see. Is there anything else? Just gonna check. Okay. So that's gonna be the next 10 minutes. So we can do another 10 minutes, but that's gonna be the last one before you guys need to get a move on. Actually, I need to move the time as well. There you go. All right. So Braska, you come back from going to the other side of the Gauntlight, get back to the casters, while Tony is sneaking towards the walkway. Also, Braska is AFK. While Zael and Rilla are just refocusing by the end of the bridge. Alright, so Tony, you're gonna want to climb there.
Yep.
Alright, I'm gonna need you to do climbing for the window is gonna be at like 20 foot from the ground.
Yeah, I don't think I can quite jump that, so
Yeah,
I'll be
you're gonna
climbing.
need to climb. So it's a basic action.
Yeah, I'm just making sure everything's good.
Yeah.
Public or hidden?
Public. All right. 20 foot. Let's see. I'm gonna check the DC for this. Right, you succeed. You can climb. What's the distance? Just making sure. What's the distance? Give me a second. I need to check. While people are asking questions. Okay, yeah, it's 5 feet per 20 feet of your land speed. So you move 5 feet up. Out of 20.
Okay, but
Gonna need to roll climb again if you want to climb further.
yeah, but not in a different 10 minutes, right? Because this
No,
takes
no,
like
no. It's,
10 seconds.
yeah.
Okay. Can I just redo?
I just want you to climb a bunch. See if you fail.
Yeah, fine.
Because if you succeed 4 times, you do get to the window.
Why did my language change?
Okay, that'll be a halfling luck.
So reroll. You can right click and yeah.
Wow.
Well, that's not that much better, but it's only a failure. So you cannot really manage to climb more. So keep rolling on climbing while I check with the others what they want to do. You want to get closer to
Hey,
It's going to be a crit. So you move to 15 feet. Braska, Zael, and Rilla, do you want to do anything? It's going to be 20. You reach the window.
Alright. Well,
I'm going to let the others...
Braska, when he was heading like around,
Yep.
he did see Tony trying to climb up at the time.
Yep.
Braska thinks he's too heavy for that vine, and that probably getting into that hole is just too tight of a squeeze for him. So he instead looks at Zael and speaks up and is like, I have an idea to get us across.
And
Well,
what's your idea?
I could either give you a lift off from here, from the edge, or I go down there and I can try and give you a lift off to help you climb up.
So the,
I do have a
the
climbing
line
kit,
hole?
guys, so I can probably figure something out for you guys. We don't necessarily have to go over here either.
You're a bit far to tell them that, but I'm going to say that they know that you have a climbing kit from your travels here. But you're a bit far to discuss.
For the
Also-
vine hole?
Yeah, Tony is in the vine hole.
Also,
No, I mean, talking to Braska.
no. Braska wants to help yeet people to here.
Okay.
yeah.
To get to the other side, you want this.
Okie dokie.
This is to climb. It's a pretty easy check.
Yeah.
Because trying to jump 4 squares is a bit rougher. Braska, you do manage to climb, so you want to get there?
Yeah.
All right, so
And I will go up alongside Braska.
roll Athletics.
I don't want
You're fine.
it. Okay.
So we're gonna Rilla as much as do you want to climb on the other side and squeeze with the other guys before opening the door, or do you wait?
Braska's just like gesturing to Rilla, being like, come on, come on, come on, do it, do it, do it.
The
Excuse me, I didn't catch that.
and underneath to be ready to climb.
We heard
yeah,
underneath and be ready to climb, so
Okay.
you're gonna move over there.
you heard more words than me. All right.
Yeah.
All right. So we're gonna split a bit with Tony for the time bit. I'm gonna explain what Tony sees. Just
Well,
making sure.
I can't relay that information.
Yeah, you cannot
yeah.
relay it, but I'm gonna tell it. Just other people don't metagame that you know what's over there until Tony tells you.
Well, you could deafen them.
Nah. Because the people on the stream will hear it still. Alright. A 15-foot stone walkway spans a narrow stretch of swamp water, connecting the rune keep to a large stone outbuilding. Double doors block each end of the walkway. Standing before the southeast doors is a 7-foot tall skeleton, dressed in armor made of gnarled roots, bones, and rusted metal. The skeleton clenched a morning star in one weathered hand, with the weapon a heavy spike tip resting on the walkway at the skeleton's feet.
How far is that from me?
Second, I'll drop a. I'll show up the enemy. The skeleton.
Oh.
I mean. So
Did
there's a
he
bad guy,
notice
but
me?
he doesn't seem to have noticed you yet.
Uh-huh.
So what do you do?
I'll have to think about it.
So do you want to run away, look for more details in that room, try and attack the the enemy?
Can I identify? Do I know if it's strong or weak?
Roll this perception check.
Oh wow, that
That's
that was a
spoiler.
blind. That was a blind, but it says I rolled 15 twice.
Gosh,
So
spoiler. All right, so you do look at the skeleton guard a bit more, and it doesn't move at all. Like, it seems to just be a statue built by the Midflits. It like there's wooden struts and crude lashing keeping it together, so it's just a statue. It's not actually a skeleton.
uh-huh. Okay.
It does have a fancy morning star. Do you want to go
I
closer?
would like to sneak one tile over.
All right, roll a sneak. Sneak is actually a thing.
Yeah.
So do roll for it. And it rolls secret correctly. Just
Did I do it? Did I do that right?
yeah.
Okay.
All right. You do sneak. You get closer to the makeshift skeleton guard. What do you do next?
I'll move to the door to my left. Is there a keyhole I could look through or something?
No, it's too like almost crumbled door that you need to. It seems like you would need to force the door. They aren't locked, but they aren't just rotted and barely holding on. So you would need to force them open. That goes from either side. So it's double doors, but it's like busted up, rotted door.
I would like to try to open it somewhat sneakily, but I understand that if it doesn't open, I'm not gonna force it too much.
You're gonna need to force it open. I have the information in a different room. I just need to.
If it's all rotten, can I poke a hole with my fork?
You can try to.
Just like a small hole. I put the fork next to it and I push it in.
Give me a second. I need to think without.
Yeah.
Making it too much for you. Because I know there's information in different rooms, but it's for different things. Yeah, you would need a decent check to be able to rip apart the door to make room to see through it. Like that's the check I posted it. You don't know quite the number, but it's gonna need a bit of force to do it.
I'll give it a go, and if I notice that I make too much noise, I'm ready to retreat.
It's gonna creak us, but roll for it.
Yeah. Oh, that was not blind, but
yeah, but you do succeed to open the door, but it does do a bunch of damage. Let's see. Is this the door you want to open, or the other one?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. So you do make you just do noise because you're ripping a door apart. You do hear some noise coming from the following room, but you're not quite sure what is it. It sounds like more mid-flit, but it's all you can. But from what you can see, it's like there's a hole in front of you, like some sort of sinkhole trying to. Almost the entire ceiling of this room has collapsed. The floor has crumbled into a 10-foot deep sinkhole filled with rubble, mud, and glistening patches of fungus. There's evidence of ancient damage, like burn scar and acid scorch marks on the walls, but it's really like a bunch of rubble, and it doesn't look quite much like what it used to look years and years, centuries ago, even.
Okay, so for now, whether I'm spotted or not, I'm gonna go back to the hole.
All right. So you leave leave the skeleton alone.
Yeah.
With its morning star.
Well, I can grab the thing. I'll grab the morning star while I'm coming back.
Totally not.
The wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Yeah.
Yeah, wink, wink, nudge, nudge. It's a +1 morning star. So you grab the morning star as you leave, and then just run away through the window again.
I stand in the window and I try to signal my buddies with just hand signals, not using my voice. Right. And if they don't see me, they don't see me. But
Rilla, roll perception. As we return to the rest of the party. Rilla doesn't notice. And the others are too far away. So, do you keep making noise?
I'll chill here and let them act a little bit.
All right. Well, rest of the party. Back to your turn. I see that, Zael, you turned on your torch back on.
Yes, I have turned on my torch again.
Yeah. Just flick the switch on it.
Yep, I put my lighter. I elbow Braska and says, "Hey, you should open up the door."
Yep. The doors are going to be like the one I described to Tony. So you do need to force them open because they are jammed up. But it is success.
Bonk.
So you open up the door.
Yep. I walk in.
There. You do As you force the door open, you do notice that there's some more Misflits all the way over there. And that's gonna... But they are also going to notice you.
All right.
So
I wave over to them.
As we do almost get into another fight, we're gonna return back a bit now that we have some comprehension of the system. And we're gonna flash back a bit to a few hours ago. This, I'm just gonna make sure I actually renamed the characters. I didn't. Give me a second, so Tony is actually called Tony and not Reagan's character. Alright, do ignore that you are injured, because if I do change your HP, it's gonna change everywhere, and I don't want that. So you each approach the Rin's Wonder. It's the a weird shop owned by an oddity of a person herself, Rin Sivinsky, that sells a bunch of mismatch bubbles and random things, but the main reason that you were here is you were all summoned separately by Rin to help her with something, but you weren't sure quite yet. So does anybody wants to be the first that shows up?
I can be the first to show up.
All right. Give me a second so I open up Rin's page. Alright, so Braska is going to be first. So you do, like, not that early in the morning, but still, like, it's before noon and everything. It's in the morning, but not that much. You do respond to Rin's summon and join her at her shop. She welcomes you. As she welcomes you over here.
Her name is Rix, right?
Yeah, it's Rin. Rin Savinsky.
Oh.
Rin Savin.
Oh, okay.
Savinsky. There you go. I didn't typoed as it talked as the character. That's good.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Okay. You must be the orc fellow that our friend, I forgot the name. Give me a second.
Clort.
Clort, the famous lumberjacker.
Lumberjacker, yes.
Has taught me about. How do you do on this fine day?
I'm hungry. I ate breakfast, but still hungry. He says this with a big toothy grin, like he's obviously being half sarcastic, but he's trying to break the ice in the most awkward way possible.
Rins perks up and tries to look around, trying to see, is there anything in her shop that she could offer you as food? Yeah, although her shop is really more for adventuring gear, bric-a-brac, magic items.
He immediately gestures. I was like, I was joking.
Oh.
Orc humor.
Oh well, I'm so glad that you answered my summon. May I offer you a cup of tea or something as we wait for our other guests, as I invited them?
I can try for some tea. I am Braska, he says, and he just offers this massive hand over for like a handshake.
As soon as you accept the offer of tea, Rins perks up again and runs into our tent.
Braska stands there with his hand.
Yeah, like ignoring your hand, just rushing to get the tea.
Yeah.
I think I had some description there, but I cannot find it at the moment. Give me a second. Yeah, the description doesn't match the map. So she just moves into our quarters that are really open for what they are. It's not really blocking much, but you do see that like the inside of the surface are like covered in basically stars, so she can fall asleep under the stars even on a cloudy day. So she goes back there and starts preparing some tea for you. Does anybody else wants to be the next to interact?
I'll come up.
Zael. So where were you on this morning? As then you were answering the call of Rin.
I'm assuming that I was at the Church of Sarenrae, the Dawnflower Library,
All right. So
and
you left the library this morning after doing your daily. I was about to say daily prep, but your daily morning activities, then answering to the call. Do you want the call coming from, as in, let's see, the Dawn Library, as Vandy Banderdash has hinted you towards that Rin was looking for adventurer type people for help, but wasn't quite sure of what exactly was entail for the event.
yeah, I think that's a good bridge.
Right. So you
Having joined the church.
So you do approach the shop that seems to be around like built inside of standing stones, but if you do look more precisely at what those stones are, they are actually some wooden beams with like some textile on it painted to look like stones. So it's not like actual stone, but it's almost good enough to be believable that it's a standing stone circle.
All right.
You do notice that there's
on.
a big orc waiting there as well.
All right. So I walk over to the orc. Does he still have his hand raised?
He's looking a little bit awkward, like with his hand like half in the air, and he is like a bit confused because nobody usually like walks away from him. He does hear you approach, and then he sees you, and he's just like quietly staring, and realizes that his hand is still up, and then he lowers his hand.
Before he lowers his hand, I fist bump his raised hand.
Oh. Okay. As you fist bump his hand, he is like he kind of like appreciates like the gesture. You see him like with a bigger toothy grin, and then he just grips your hand really firmly and then just shakes it.
All right. Are we gonna have a predator moment? The bros. Let's see who handshakes harder.
Yeah, we're doing it.
I had to reset.
What do we roll?
Strength. The manliest of stats.
All right, let's see.
Yeah, you can roll D20 plus your strength modifier.
All right.
Both roll 20.
Well, one rolled way lower than the other one.
I didn't even add my modifier. If for some reason rolled anyway, even though I clicked only on the dice. I didn't roll.
Do believe that 17 is higher than 6.
Yeah.
Yes. So by
it is gross it.
Braska crits the handshake So as you do,
Pops a finger at.
Well, Braska first speaks up and is like, "What is your name?"
I'm Zael.
Alright, I'm Braska.
oh, you guys
What?
already met each other. That's good. As Rin
Just no, but we are best friends already, he says half sarcastically.
as Rin comes back with the cup of tea for Braska. Oh, I do need to make more tea for you as well. Might you be Zael from the as Miss Bandedash mentioned?
I am Zael.
Pleased to meet you, at West. Do you want some tea as well?
Yeah, I will happily take a glass. Are there others coming?
There should
Just
be at least
save
two.
you some trips.
There should be at least two more that come from what my friend in the town told me.
2 more.
So as she mentioned that, which one is the next one that wants to show up? Or do I need to roll a coin?
You go, Mia.
Said I'll go up. I don't know if you guys can hear me.
We didn't, but
We can barely.
you do. So Rilla, do you have a specific thing for this morning, or were you coming also from the library?
Assuming I came from old stories.
Came from Odd Stories. Here's that. Turn pages. I need to find the names. All right. So this morning you woke up and then like help Morlibent with his morning like cleanup of the of Odd Stories, just preparing the store to be open for that day. He did mention that Rin was looking for someone, just like the other ones. Like wondering if you could help as well. And so that once you were done with your early activities, you then came over to Rin's oddities. Give me a second as I load where the map is, which is basically around the corner from Odd Stories. So you quite know the store, even though it's not a bookstore that piques your interest as much. Oh, Rilla, you're also here. Are you also answering my summon for adventurers? As Rin smiles at you.
Did you hear my answer?
Nope.
I can't tell. God. I said, yes, Marlebent sent me.
Oh, Morlibin sent you. Well, I'm glad that you wanted to join us as well. Do you want a cup of tea as well? It seemed I would need to prepare some more.
That would be lovely, thank you.
And thus, Rin returns to our small tent, looking for more cups, and she even like runs around our table looking for where she put the other cups, as she's like sorting stuff all over the place.
Can I walk to the edge of the tent and ask if she needs any help?
She just waves you away like, no, I know where it is. I know it's. I swear it was right there. As she frantically looks around. All right, Tony.
So I've actually been here first the whole time.
Was here
in
all
the
along.
bushes, watching people.
Yeah. As
Now that I've heard that there's supposed to be 4 of us, I show up.
Yeah. As Yin Yasmira has informed you that Rin was looking for people, like you're not quite sure if you were supposed to be the people, but as Yin Yasmira, the owner of the Crook Nook, where you are usually the cook at, she sent you and just to check what's going on, because at the same time, Yin Yasmera did have a mission for you, and she wanted to know if Rin's request for adventure was similar.
Mm-hmm. I did have a shift this morning, but I can show up now. So
Yeah, the breakfast. It's at the Crooknut. It's not that busy because as a tavern, it's more busy towards the end of the day where people are fighting above the water.
yeah, I'll be skipping lunch. All right,
All right.
here
So
I am.
you do arrive as Rin finally finds more cups for everybody and returns out of the tent. Oh, and there's our fourth adventurer to help us. Am I right?
Yeah, that's right. My boss told me we had something that could work here.
Oh well, that's great because we do need. It's really important what we need to what you need to investigate for me.
That's what I do. Let's get it on.
So
Oh,
she
maybe.
does offer the tea to people. Give me a second. I need to solve something for work.
Braska, in the meantime, walks around and offers his hand introductions to Rilla. Or Barilla. Hi, I'm Braska.
To meet you.
He kind of like reaches over with the big hand to give it like a firm handshake, but he makes sure not to actually squeeze like he did with Zael.
But what do I grab your finger, like your thumb? Like, nice to
Like
meet
a couple of fingers, and he's like, "Oh yeah, okay, my hand is a bit big. Okay, whatever." He notices Tony as well, and like he kind of waves towards Tony and realizes that that like Braska himself is like the one standing out here as the really tall person.
Yeah, I climb on the rock to give me a chance, and I just stir for Braska to come over here, so we can have a man shake as well.
All right, he walks over and he offers his hand for a handshake. Are we gonna roll strength as well?
Oh yeah.
Okay. All right. Strength modifier.
You have a +5 for strength, Shenpai.
Oh, did I? Oh, shit. Ignore that roll. I fucking mistyped like an idiot.
Fucking cheater.
I fucking mistyped, excuse me. I mean,
Oh yeah,
redo it.
you like
Here,
confused
let
me
me
when you
redo
said
it.
+5.
There we go. And Braska is like based on his like previous experience with Barilla, he's like, oh yeah, I better not grip too hard, And then he wants to go ahead and do it, and then he realizes like, oh, this one has actually a bit of a fucking grip on him. Like, holy moly! All right. And Braska just has this big grin, and he's like, he respects it. He respects it.
Yeah, I just squeezed a hand and I'll pull.
He respects it. He respects it.
Is Zael wearing something that would signify that he's at the library?
Normally just wears a red tunic with a silver embellishments. On a brooch that's 5 enclosed wings.
So yes.
So not really for the library specifically.
Okay. I'll probably just give you a nod then.
What's up, Nod?
So, yes.
Alright, sorry. I will need to look at the VOD to know what you guys did while I was AFK.
Braska shook the hand of Barilla, and he made sure not to go too hard because Barilla is tiny compared to him. He looked at Tony, decided to do the same logic, and that kind of reflects the role here. He was like, oh yeah, tiny person, therefore must take it easy. And then Tony showed him what's what and really gave him a proper firm ass handshake. And Braska is like, okay, I respect this. This is some good stuff right
Tony
here.
being a cook, yeah, he has pretty good arms.
Oh yeah. He's used to using his hands. Yeah.
He's not playing around. All right. So, do you guys want to continue introductions, or shall we move forward?
Let's continue.
All right. Let's continue. All right. So Rin, now that everybody has introduced themselves and had a spot of tea, she does get into a more serious mood as she talks to you about the mission that she wants to send you on. I don't have the text ready for that, so I have to improvise. Give me a second. All right. So for the reason I brought you, I asked and summoned you here is there's a weird glow coming from the Gauntlight up to the north in the fog fence, in the swamp. I'm not sure what the source of that glow, but the stars are telling me it's nothing good. I need someone and some group to go and investigate what's going on there as I try to find more information on my side here. It seems the glow has been getting stronger and stronger every night. It's still kind of weak, but it doesn't look good.
We can take a look.
Isn't it weird that you would turn to a weird glowing thing called a star to tell you information about a weird glowing thing on a tower?
But the stars are much better to answer my questions as I divine the information. Do you want an astrology reading as well? I could give you one if you want.
No thanks, that's not my thing.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I think muscles are a lot more reliable than stars.
Well, it's okay.
Braska now has extra respect for Tony.
It's okay. If you change your mind, I'll be here to read the stars for you if you want.
I mean, you can read my stars, Rin.
Oh, you want your stars your star red? Let's see.
Yeah.
It's the darkness inside her.
Yes.
I do need to roll something. As Rin approaches you, she grabs your hand and closes her pupil-less eyes, as she has as her tiefling heritage shows. And she holds your hands and starts trying to read the stars, even though it's during the day for you.
I believe in her.
Let's see.
I don't.
This. That's it. And she does succeed. I just need to check by how much. A regular. Alright. As she succeeds on her roll, it does have the effect of the augury spell. So you gain a vague glimpse into the future.
Bless you.
You okay, man? Yeah. Just making sure.
She can't believe it.
Alright. So you do get a short glimpse into the future, like something about falling into water, trying to swim your way back up, but also like meeting some vague red colored I'm trying to find my words to not actually spoil. Some crimson colored apparition just floating and twisting around you as Rin pulls away her hands and opening up her eyes back, a bit afraid of what she saw and what both of you saw, basically. It really seems that there's something wrong going on in the Gauntlight. Please do prepare well, because there seems to be much danger on that way. But I wish you the best in your investigation.
All right. Her being scared of this crimson apparition, I think that's a good sign, guys.
Excited.
Hang on now, I'm missing work for this. What's the reward?
If you do help me figure out, it might be something crucial for like the safety of the whole town. But if you do need like some monetary compensation, I can give me a second. I do have something for that for the stores. Just need to find the correct page.
Well, Braska just whacks a fly away.
Discount.
Doesn't seem to do much.
I will offer you a discount to all of my price if you do help with this investigation, and I'm sure that you will be able to find something of use in my store.
Now, if this is so important, don't you have anything here that could help us before we go and put ourselves in danger?
Well, I do need to keep my I do need to keep my store afloat, and I need to save money for my future trip. But let's see if I can spare something for you. As she goes back and look into our store. All right. Here, I can give you those so you can make sure you don't leave with your hands empty. And she gives you a few healing potions.
That is lovely.
And one. I want to give more than one. There we go. She gives you 5 healing potion minor.
Wow,
That's a lot.
that's very generous.
It is very important for me for the town, and even for the whole Isle of Kortos that you investigate this. So I really need your help on this.
So
Are there any rumors associated with the area?
In the fog fens, like, as you know, this swamp is quite massive, but for the Gauntlight by itself, it seems pretty calm. Like there doesn't seem to be that much noise. Maybe some creatures must have taken over the place, but nothing that maybe even the lumberjacks can't deal with. It doesn't seem to be that the creatures there are causing the glow, though. It seems to be something else. So do be careful of what you find there. I don't think the wandering monsters that took home in there will be much of an issue, but I'm not quite sure what's in there.
How long do you give us to do this? I understand there's urgency, but I would like to try and maybe find some schematics
Well,
of the layout of the tower. Is that doable?
well, the Gauntlight, it always has been there here. Like even before the city of Otari has been settled. Like after all, they did create the city of Otari from the band of adventurers that dealt with Belcora 500 years ago. Like after they managed to stop her, they settle, and that's when Otari built up. So I'm not sure if you'll be able to find like plans on.
Would there be any records of their adventure?
Maybe in the library you could try and find more information on what they did.
Didn't you guys say you were from the library?
Yeah, we could certainly chat up Miss Vanderdash to find something more along the lines of the history. That's
Would
not
love
my
to.
area of focus, but
That is absolutely my area of focus.
Oh, that's lovely. But do we even have the time for that, or do you need us to rush there right away?
Well, the Gauntlight isn't that far. It's only like give me a second. I do have the actual time. God damn it. No, the Gauntlight is only like a 20-minute walk away from Atari, so it would be better if you explore it during the day because well, I'm not sure what the glow is, but it is still in the morning, so you might be fine if you do try to get more information before you go there.
We have time.
That seems like a good idea then. The less blind we are, the more chance we have to succeed.
Yep. Well, I wish you the best of luck exploring and investigating the Gauntlet. Please do return to me with any information you can find about what that mysterious glow is. Thank you.
We will.
Will do, man.
Let us go.
to the library.
All right, so we do switch.
fast.
Already loaded this. I don't have a map for the actual library, so it's gonna be the Atari map. All right. So as you can see in the map of Otari, you have Rin's Wonder that you were a few moments ago.
Oh, I thought you were outside the town, like 20 minutes outside. Okay,
No.
that's fine then.
Rin's Wonder is in the town, but if we talk about where the Gauntlight is,
Yeah,
all the way over there.
that's cool.
And then
I thought we were like we would be here from the town or something, but Cool.
So if we point back to where people started their day, Odd Stories is right next to Rin's Wonders, while the Crooknook is more towards the river. That's where Tony's official employment is located. But then the library where Zael comes from and Rilla often visit is all the way down here, down the cliff, under where the graveyard is, but next to the ocean, next to the inner sea. My bad, because this is in the inner sea region of Golarion. Is there any other location that you guys are curious on where they are before we continue?
What was Braska at?
Let's see. All right. Braska being working with Clort, the lumberjacker, is like where his boss is going to be near the Giant's Wheel, the log flume that made Otari successful, basically. Otari is really a lumberjacking town. That's where most of his industry comes from. It's as much as there's like 3 different lumber companies in Otari. One of them being the Menhemes company that is also the mayor. There's other 2 companies that are marked by their own manor in the city, like the Hinkel Olds and Churtle. Those are 2 other lumber companies that work in the city. Clort works at the Giant Wheel, and that's where he got the information to. That's where Clort gave the information to Braska to go visit Rin after some work he had with him.
And where was Rin's located again? Right here?
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
the
okay.
the stone
Cool.
thing over there.
Okay.
Any other question I could?
Is this
Answer.
where the Lord is?
This is Menhemes Manor. This is where the mayor resides in. It also has there's multiple wings to the manor. One has been converted into a museum, and another wing has been closed. But it's a quite big manor for the mayor where he works.
What the hell happened here?
Those are the ruins of the Thirsty Alpaca. It was once the largest tavern in Tari, but recent disaster happened and the building collapsed dramatically. There was a few deaths from employee and visitors, and the tavern owner just has gone missing. Nowadays, the locals, they avoid the ruins. There's like strange light and eerie sounds, making almost look like the place is haunted, but nothing too much that the garrison, the guards of the city are really bothering around it.
Yeah, I don't have anything to do with that, do I?
You're not really.
As far as I know, I haven't caused that. Okay, good. Yeah, cool.
Is there any other location would like me to talk about?
This house is very big.
This is the Otari garrison. That's where the guards are taking care of their things, sleeping and everything. There's a few cells, but in the basement, but they are rarely used to hold more than petty cooks and drunkards.
And who owns this enormous house over here?
This is the Inkel Old Manor. For from the Enkelort lumber company, which I'm not sure if it's the actual name, but
Okay.
yeah, Whistledown Cutters. That's the actual name of the lumber company. It's another lumber company in the in Atari that's owned by the Enkelort family.
Okay. And I suppose it's the same deal with this other one.
Yeah, this is
other one.
from the other lumber
Yeah,
company, Churchill Timber, where it's another lumber company. This one has more a reputation of poor management and labor dispute in distant lumber camps, so that's why they aren't the biggest company in Otari. But
Okay.
it's
And
still
where
one
would we stay normally?
of them. For people that are more usual resident of the city, they can have their house or like some place to stay in one of the house, because that's what pretty much all most of the house rest are. For people that are more visitors, there's rooms in the taverns and near the market for as inns for people to stay as they are visiting.
Okay. Cool.
So shall we
Fair.
go visit Benishash? Sorry, Mia.
I think I grew up here. This is very similar to my hometown.
All right. So you guys travel together towards the Dawnflower Library, just chatting a bit on the way. If you want to share some information or chat a bit, preparing for the mission ahead.
Yeah, side note, me and Nitsi also live in technically a lumber paper town.
Yeah, technically, yeah.
Nice.
But there's 3 rivers instead of 1. Ha.
Yeah, try to guess the name of the city.
So Braska would turn to his fellow compatriots and being like, "Do any of you actually live here, or are you just passing through?"
I've been staying here at the library.
You don't look the studious type.
I'm a very studious type.
He's
Just
a
not.
cleric.
Yes.
You just don't look it, he says with a grin.
My area of study is a little different than most. I've been looking into flesh warping, and for some reason, there's a excess of information available in this particular area about the somewhat taboo subject of flesh warping.
You mean like getting ripped?
No, no, like taking the rips and tears and putting them back together.
Oh, I don't care about that.
That sounds like a healer.
It's
You can tell. Obviously, Braska doesn't have a clue.
it's a form of healing. It's putting stuff back together once it's been broken.
That sounds good.
But yeah, it's frowned upon in most cultures.
Oh,
But anywho, we're Vandy, very knowledgeable lady. She'll be able to point us in the right direction. Just got to know what you're looking for.
And to answer Braska's question, I point to my implements and I say, I work here. Been here for a while.
oh, I might have missed you. No offense, didn't mean to have a go at your height. Didn't mean it like that.
I try to stay out of spotlight anyway, so it seems like I'm good at what I do.
Didn't intend on stopping, but it's pretty interesting here.
All right.
Oh.
Yes.
Oh, no. Go ahead.
Okay. So you do reach the Dawnflower Library. It's called a library, but it's also a church. at the same time. It's a big temple. I'm gonna read the words directly because it's a bit out there. Atari largest temple standing at the top westernmost edge, atop a upraised shelf that juts out far below the cliff's top. The library is constructed in the quadrangular style of Serenite temple, with two smaller minarets flanking a golden dome. So basically, in other words, it's a temple mainly for Sarenrae, one of the major gods. But there's also shrines for Cade and Kalen, Erastil, Gazra. They can be found in the western portion, while the primary shrine to Sarenrae is the eastern portion. The rest of the building, like the main part, is where all the stacks of books are kept. They can range from fiction to history, satire, textbook. There's a lot of different reading for people here. So as you approach there, Vandy Bandash does spot Zael coming back already from Rin's summon, and she waves him closer. As the small, chatty halfling woman that she is.
So walk forward and greet her.
Oh,
I
Zael,
said, hey,
you're back already. Have you
back
met
already, and I've brought some companions.
Oh, you brought friends. Oh, are they? Did you want a good recommendation for a book to read, or?
Yes, we are looking to find out more about the history of the Gauntlight itself and the founders of Otari.
Oh, you want information about the Gauntlight? Let's see.
Yeah, the summons from Rin asked us to investigate the lighthouse and the growing intensity of the beacon up top.
Let's see if we can find some information. Just give me a moment. I do need to actually find what information I can give you.
Yeah. Ah, why didn't that work?
All right. Then the Empyrean. I'm gonna be honest, I'm not sure. I would need to know more about the Empyrean language. Being a non-common language, it's not the language.
Holy texts.
The problem is it's only showed up in Rage of Elements, which is a recent book, so missing a lot of information. Empyrean. Yeah, we'll need to put a pin on that and come back later.
Yep. All
right. So
I'm sure we will see her again.
As Vandy looks around in the library trying to find you some information, she does find some information more about the origin of the town, because information about the Gauntlight is somewhat limited. Like, people know that it exists in the Fogfens, but since the Fogfens is a big swamp without much wood for the lumber companies, people just stay away from it. Like, there's not much reason to go there towards the water and the creatures that stay there. And of course, when you get to like further down and stuff overrun with vermin like that, there can be creatures, so people don't really go there for their own safety. But for the town of Otari, what you can learn is that it was here it is. All right. It was around like 500 years ago that a group called the Rose Guard heard about the presence of was it a witch? I don't remember.
She's a witch.
About some evil character called Belcora that built the lighthouse for the Gauntlight. Like and so they were asked to investigate what were there, and they came back victorious, although with some loss, as one of their companions in the party, the rogue Otari Ilvashti, as would fall in the battle against Belcora, and as the rest of the party decided to put their adventuring hat away, and just settled back down, they did settle the first iteration of Otari as a town. As time went on, the Rose Guard passed away peacefully, like not as usually adventurers do, like dying in combat. They just, like, after settling down, they just died of old age. And the city of Otari went into a bad situation. But then, as the log flume, the major not major thing for commerce, like the log flume, got built as some attempt to bring life back towards that part of the Isle of Cortos, and then that's where the lumber companies started settling back into Otari, into the cliff protected section of the island. Is there anything else I can tell you? That's a real question. I think that's gonna be enough information for now, as you will be able to learn some more later on, but that's the information you managed to figure out in the following few hours at the library.
All right.
All right, so the time now in game, it's about noon. When we started, it was about 13:30. So there's still a bit some time before chronologically you need to be at the Gauntlet Keep. So you can spend the rest of the time preparing your starting equipment and eating a good lunch before going there.
Yep.
Did we find any like basic layout of the Gauntlet? Just like a top-down view, not the rooms or anything, just what it generally looks like.
Not really. There weren't maps in the thing, as the information was much more about Otari than about the Gauntlet itself.
Thanks.
All right. So is there anything else you want to deal with before we return to where we are? Also, the session's ending soon. I'm gonna take the science as a no.
I can't think of
I
it.
don't think there's anything.
All right. So as we fade back into current time, which is now around 2 p.m. Is I forgot to turn off the Fogfen sounds all the way when we were in Notari. Oh well. So this could be a good cutoff point if people don't want to continue, because we're at the end of this usual session. What do you guys think?
Yeah.
Do you want to go for the following fight against the 3 midflits and the maggot that you can see, or do you want to stop here?
Probably
taking
hold
it.
off. The what?
The show that I'm taking Emmy to is at 5:15, I think.
All right.
Okay. Yeah.
All right. So that'll be it for this week.
All it.
Hopefully next week we can start at the the correct time.
I know.
So let's just make sure before the session start that everything is in order. But at least we started. So we did 2 fights, some exploring, some RPing, and more to come. So thanks guys for coming, and we'll
You're welcome.
see you next week. Bye.
Perfect.